because it's foolish that the town paid for the attorneys to draw a contract so they would make $30 million.
If they already committed $56,000 to the mayor's project to turn this in next door into, then that should be used for paying the attorneys some attorney fees.
But you can hear it.
He said he got them at the beginning of the deal to give him that money so that he could build this next door that nobody wants. But, you know, that could be absolutely.
That's criminal.
I know.
That's the only thing I can tell you. That's criminal. That's criminal.
I don't know if it is, because I don't believe that. But I tell you, that's not what you should have really wanted to talk to me about this tonight, this meeting.
I think you could do it. I know this was
Good evening.
How you doing? How is everybody?
all right.
Get at least one more vote.
Can you sign your book? Can you sign?
So we need another vote.
Well, Mary said she don't know. Ronaldo's coming. Did you get a chance to read my email that I sent about the cash flow plan? Actually, it wasn't a separate email. It was
You had everything
in answer to the
know about the tax introspection. Yeah.
about the cash flow.
Cash flow plan.
Yeah, yeah, it was in the email.
Yeah. I read it. I didn't see any specific numbers in there that come to mind. I go back and read it. I don't either.
She didn't plug any numbers in there.
Mr. Llewellyn said he's not going to be here.
He's not going to be
That's what I
here.
was
No, sir.
I tried to call Adam Tashida twice today and never did get a return call.
I don't know. I read something that said Tennessee was going to be closed for a few days because of
Donald Parton, really, I don't think they'll close down the Capitol. I'd be surprised anyway.
I used to work for her sister,
Stella?
Stella. How'd you know Stella and not Cassie or somebody
Well,
else?
I think Stella is the most known of the sisters.
Because she sounds just like Dolly.
Does she?
And she looks just like
Yeah,
her.
she looks very similar.
Yes. But that's why she mostly does her concerts in Europe,
Yeah,
so that she doesn't
yeah, complete.
conflict. But she's nothing like Dolly in personality.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Where did you know her from?
I worked for her. I used to work on Music Row, in the
Oh,
music
okay.
business. And then she was looking for an assistant, somebody to run her booking office and stuff.
Okay.
So I worked for her for a while.
Well, I'm going to get your autograph.
Right, I've listened to it.
Hey, I've got a few songs up with BMI.
There we go.
Yeah, I got a couple that have been cut on 4/5s. Not me singing, but I wrote the songs.
That's
I
good.
will sing.
Are you getting royalties is amazing.
Yes, I did get some, as a matter of fact.
Great.
Small, very small amount, but
Every little bit helps.
yes. Did you get a chance to talk to Miss Benita about that?
She's here.
I know, did you get a chance to talk to her about the other stand? In case
I'm gonna ask her where she's,
I think for something to happen, the same, then you have to get a copy of it.
Let's go. You have a minute. Yeah. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm sure that's about phone time.
Doesn't he realize he is also a board member and cannot meet with another board member? Step out. Don't tell me. Got my phone again.
Would you leave your phone?
Yeah, yes. Every time I plug it into charge, I forget to take it with me. If it's not sitting right there where I can see it going out the door, then. Oh, gosh. I was supposed to call.
thank you.
Mike when I leave here. I forgot my phone again. And Mike said, "You'll call me when you get done."
You can use. You don't know my number.
I get
How you doing, guys? How you doing, man?
Where's yourself from? Man. I'm having a mind running and getting my computer.
I'm gonna wait more 5.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Somebody's coming.
Ronaldo is coming from what I understand, and Mary is coming too.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay. Hello. Hey, how you doing this evening? Good. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll see in about how long you think? By 10 minutes? All right. Okay, be safe. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. 10 minutes.
What about one?
Sounds good. We'll see you when you come in. Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye. I was coming in. She's coming in. Get ready to come in. I was thinking when I called Ronaldo, a lot of times when you call them, it's like the only way in. Coming in.
I called today and got a price for fuel tracking devices.
Oh, really?
But I'm not sure we can afford it right now. It's going to be a 4,500 and 300 just for one. That would be 48, and then another 300, so that would move it up to 51, and then $1,800 a year to be on their cloud, so to speak.
What about the oil company?
I'm gonna call them tomorrow and see what their cost is. But that one would be, first place, we can't afford it this year. But you know that the $1,800 a year, that's $150 a month. I don't know that we're losing that much gas, but we may be.
What about fuel man? These people using fuel man or not?
Yeah, there are some people that use it, but the only problem there is we're paying retail. Well, I'll have to check with Fuel Man. They may give us a discount sufficient enough. Yeah, sufficient enough off a pump gas. Yeah, we might do that. I'll check with Fuel Man. I'll get us a price on that. Yeah.
You just control it. What is Zach? He's still working?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's working day shift. All that mess is gone. And they dropped all the charges, and the judge found all the other 6 officers innocent today. He gave a directed verdict of acquittal.
That's good.
So
When the guy gonna start the trial?
It started, actually it started on Monday, the 24th.
Killed the girl.
Yeah. And, the guy that killed the girl,
Yeah.
he's already pled guilty to 40 years
Yeah. And I thought,
without
everybody
parole.
talked about, oh, you gotta try this good, this good. I thought,
Doesn't make sense.
I don't know what's wrong with people thinking that this
But
good
they
is
don't
try.
it's so good.
Oh, I'd rather have make my own. I thought the bacon wasn't cooked. And it was a little skinny.
That's so senseless.
So
Did
they
you know
only
the
have
Hoppers?
pale
Yeah,
I know.
it's
Yeah, because they used to have the convenience store there in Brownsville. And they also had, some up around Bells and Alamo. That's where I'm from.
He used to control the whole market.
Carlisle's close to
Yeah.
Carlisle or something?
It's just past the car lot, I think.
Mhm.
There used
See,
to
there's
be,
a church, there's car lot, then the church, or the
Exxon
church and the
dealers.
car lot, and then this little strip center.
Same size.
If you go by it, then you're right there at the first driveway to the hospital parking lot.
Okay.
As I turn around in that, but
I remember his house.
for $8 for a
What,
small.
when you had the store here, what brand were you? Or were
I
you
used to
just
be
independent?
Exxon.
Exxon?
I used to be Exxon, and after that, I signed contract with them for 5 years. When I finished the contract, I made it unbranded. I said,
Independent.
I said, a lot of money. I said, a lot of money. 'Cause, all of them get the same gas from the same.
It comes out of, the terminal down there on President's Island. Was that Truman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Truman Energy down there. Everybody that gets gas gets.
I'm Valero too.
Yeah, right. Some companies have an additive that they'll put in the truck, whenever they're, okay. When they're fixing to load a load, they'll pour a pint of something in there and put 8,000 gallons on it. And it's supposed to be there.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't there.
Hey, Jay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next time I think I'll go try the, what is that, the firehouse? No, not the firehouse, what's it called?
Subway or Denny's or?
You know, the one that the fireman.
Yeah. I'm going to look at the camera or something. But I appreciate you. So when you coming back tomorrow?
It's right next to the Tropical Cafe. Firehouse. Firehouse.
Firehouse. You'll try them.
Yeah.
Is there next? Where's Firehouse? Next door to.
They're right across from
Whataburger. Okay.
We'll knock it down the weekend.
Just see.
All right.
It doesn't like Subway.
All right. I love it, bro. We'll take care of it.
I just want to thank you. Just say, hey, I'm gonna sub. Just, no. When I do, I'll get my one.
Okay, you want to start? And then everybody can. We can add it up.
Okay, that was just fine.
I'm ready to just say.
Benitra.
Or just keep going.
I don't know, that's why I asked her.
There's the vice mayor.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing that. Good evening.
Thank you all for your patience. All right. Good evening, everybody. Ready?
I'm ready. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Today, Thursday, August the 27th, 2026, time 6:50, calling Elder Mayor Eddie Norman.
Town Recorder Loretta Harris.
Vice Mayor Ronaldo Duran.
Alderwoman, you're on page 1.
Alderwoman Virginia Rivers.
Alderman Olivia Harris.
Town Administrator Terry Lake.
Yeah, we have Alderman Mason. She's missing and she's in her way. Okay, opening prayer by Alderman Virginia Rivers.
Let us pray. Father God, we come now to say thank you for this day. Thank you for your grace and your mercy. Now, Master, as we gather here at this table to try to decide the decisions for this town, we ask that you give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and help us to be able to do that which is right. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
There's Miss Mason.
Flag of allegiance.
We'll do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all business up to date of the installation of the AMI water meter. Can you give us up to date what's going on with it?
We may have 4 left, and we will finish those tomorrow. The ones that we're doing now are the most difficult ones as far as having to dig them up. And by digging them up, they haven't been being read anyway because they were covered with dirt. So we're going to dig them up, and you know, they're taking a little bit longer, but we are in effect through with the water main.
So everything in the schedule, everything you get.
Yes, sir. Everything is fine.
No.
And how about all the rehab, the rehabilitation work and everything? My understanding is that everything has to be done. So was there another part of this grant?
Not that I'm aware of. I was only made aware that the only thing that we were lacking in talking with Ricky Oakley, because he was here.
When is that?
I think it was Wednesday that we had a bid opening, but he wasn't concerned about anything other than me. So I'm assuming, and because that all transpired before I got here, I'm assuming that we have met everything that the grant required up until this point. The meters was the only thing still active.
The only thing also, if you can mention to them, United System, you have to come and train everybody how you go communicate with the office. So we have to read it.
Yeah, as the mayor was just informing me, United Systems will be coming to train us about how to extract the data that the new meters are putting on their system. And we have hired I've hired a new billing clerk, and she will start Monday, and therefore, and we sent out notices on our website and otherwise that because of the changes in the front office there, we were late on getting our bills out. That's on us, and so therefore we're going to waive any late fee that anybody gets because they didn't get a notice about their bill. And my goal is to have the bills out by the 10th of the month so that everyone can have 15 days, if possible, before the bills due.
Thank you. We have a new business vote to approve resolution number R08172026-2, amended the fiscal year 2027 budget. Anybody have any concern about that? We need a motion.
I was going to make I make a motion that we vote to approve resolution number R08172026-2, amending the fiscal year 27 budget.
I have first by Alderman Harris. I need the second. I have the second by Alderman Mason. Any discussion? Yes, Ms. Harris.
If this is due by the end of the month, which is Monday, is the last day of the month. I know Miss Bernita, you said she's out tomorrow as well? Is that what you said today?
Yeah, she's out tomorrow,
So
yeah.
how will we get this, if we don't have it in front of us, if the two attachment hasn't been merged or married to the rest of the resolution, how are we gonna get this out to the comptrollers?
We don't have to have it by the end of the month. The comptroller gave us a conditional approval of our old budget for 45 days for us to amend the budget. So we had 45 days. We're probably good till the end of September if we take our 45 days that the comptroller gave us when they approved our original budget we sent in. And we've made the modifications that they wanted to see that Mr. Llewellyn showed us, and we've increased the revenue side by over 200,000, and took the recommendations from the board, and we cut some on the expense side. So we're not bound by the August 31st deadline because we sent a budget in on time. They just gave us a conditional approval on that one for 45 days till we came back and modified it.
But they also said that our books have to be closed by the end of the month. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about closing the books for 2026. So I just, and Mr. Llewellyn said, ignore the 45 days, have it done by the end of the month. So I didn't know if they had changed that or if they still are holding us to the...
I know Miss Angie was here, and
Yes.
she's the MTAS finance lady,
Right.
and she worked with Miss Bernita in getting the new budget aligned where for her recommendation, which I'm sure that her recommendation will be accepted by the comptroller as well. And that's ready. But as far as I know, Miss Bernita will be back Monday.
Mhm.
And when's the 31st? Is it Monday or Tuesday?
Monday.
Monday. And we will have everything sent in at that point to the comptroller.
Yes, Ms. Ruby.
Even though you're gonna have it sent in, these things has to be plugged into the budget actually. So when are we gonna see that to make sure that it's plugged in correctly before it's sent to the comptroller? Because I know you're saying the 31st, but again, and I don't think we should wait 45 days before we handle this. I think we need to handle it as soon as possible, because if there's something else they want, we'll still have time to be able to do it.
The budget's going in Monday.
Mhm.
So
With
we'll
these
be
changes.
with the new budget will go in Monday, that we have changed, modified in accordance with what the comptroller wanted. But so we're well ahead of our 45 days.
Right.
And at the same time, when we send it to the comptroller, it will be emailed to each one of the board members.
Okay.
And then we've got from now to next June, and we'll be making budget amendments, I suspect, every month. Because as we fill up a line item on the budget that we're going to operate under, when that line item is full, we're not spending any more money there until the board allows us to move money out of a line item that we have not spent out of down into that line item. And it won't be one of these things that we'll wait till next June to come before you and want to make massive changes to the budget to try to get it balanced. Last year's budget, we couldn't balance it. I mean, it just couldn't be balanced because of the way the spending was. But this year's budget, we're going to balance it probably every month. I'll be bringing budget amendments to you to take something out of this line item and put it down in this line item because we're seeing more need to spend in this line item than the previous one.
I have a concern. I guess my concern, Mr. Leggett, is that the reason I'm saying that is about making sure these numbers are plugged correctly in the budget that's being sent to the comptroller is because we all got that letter from Sarah Pope where she specifically stated where money was not put where it was supposed to be put. It was allocated for places it should not have been. And I don't want to see us do that again. I think that's why I'm saying I would like to have seen the budget with those numbers plugged in, because if you remember at our last meeting, I specifically made a statement that I looked at June's budget and I looked at July, and the stuff that's on June is some of it's not on July. And when I questioned it, of course, the statement was that we just removed the things that had a zero balance. Okay, I can flow with that. But like I stated then, that I'm looking at the budget, both budgets, and that June, what about the one that's been moved out of July that actually had a balance, that actually had money in it, where that money? So I do have a concern, and that's just me personally, about making sure that these numbers are plugged correctly within the system.
Okay. I will get with Miss Bernita. She's taking a vacation day tomorrow, and it'll be Monday before I will see her, but I will get a copy. I want to give y'all a copy of the 27 budget and also of the July expenditures, so that you can keep up with it on a monthly basis, and something that's not a multi-page like the total 27 budget, which is hard for me to even follow on each one. I would like to see a more simplified working budget, what I call a working budget, one for each department, where we can look at what was in that line item and how much did we spend in July. Ideally, we'd love to spend 1/12 of the budget in July and 1/12 in August and it accumulate that way. But some line items don't do that. Like insurance, when you pay insurance, sometimes you pay it for a year all in 1 month and you exhaust that line item. If it comes due in July, that line item is spent in 1 month. But for the most part on operations, just general operations, you will see it follow a trend of each month you set a certain amount that you spend should be about 1/12 of what you have in that line item.
All right.
I have a question also.
Go
So
ahead.
are we saying, I know you said this board is off tomorrow. So before the end of the day Friday, this budget will be emailed to the board as well as to the comptroller.
Monday.
Right.
Yes,
Before the
ma'am.
end of the day Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
That way it will be on time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
If y'all approve it, y'all had a copy of the budget, I
Right.
think, at last meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that has changed significantly, because I think Miss Angie was here before our last meeting or the day of that meeting.
It's changed.
And I'll have to look to make sure, but I think the budget that you will hopefully approve tonight is identical to the one that was in your packet for the last meeting.
With the changes, right?
Well, the one that you had at the last meeting should have reflected the changes.
Okay. Is Ms. Benitez here? Maybe we can ask her if she have any concern. Ms. V, do you have a minute?
Oh, there's Miss V. I didn't see you slip in on me.
Do you have any concern, Ms. Benita, about Monday?
On the budget?
Yeah.
Now, for the budget have, like I said, they accepted it conditionally, except for a few changes. It's because the expenditure was more than the revenue. And all we had to change was the revenue. And we put that change on the resolution. The resolution that I think Larissa gave you our last meeting, was that's going to be submitted to the comptroller, not the complete budget. And so when they get it, I got to get it back and key it in before y'all can see anything. So you won't see a change on it until I get it keyed into the system.
It will be Tuesday
And
or
until-
Wednesday.
Well, until the comptroller, when they approve it,
Yeah.
then actually get in. And then when you get your income statement, the income statement is the budget. And I give it to you every month.
So we don't have to approve it by the end of this month. It's okay if we delay like about 2.
No, we have 45 days.
No.
We have 45 days. We don't have the end of the month on approving the revenue side of the budget.
Right. So they approve the
But we're
resolution.
going to send that in Monday.
Right, the resolution goes
If-
in, not the budget.
Based on what y'all do tonight, if y'all approve this resolution, it'll be sent in Monday. And when it's sent in Monday, then if that meets the comptroller's approval, they will approve the overall budget and remove the contingent approval and remove the 45 days, and then she can put that in the computer and we can start generating an approved budget. And it's not only approved by y'all, but it's approved by the comptroller.
All right. And another concern. All right, I need a vote.
Mason, yes.
Rivers, yes. Catherine, no.
Parrish is.
Yes. Mary is no.
Okay, so that's 5-2. Mayor Norman and Alderman Catron voted no, so it passed 5-2.
Okay. All right, we go for the next vote to approve the cash flow plan for the tax anticipations notes.
The number that I would like to put in there not to exceed is 175,000. Now, all you'd be doing tonight would be asking the comptroller to consider that number. They may come back and say, no, they won't accept that number. They may want it 150, but which I think either number would be fine. I think we're going to be all right with that by the time property taxes start coming in. We won't have to go and draw any money out of this. It's like a revolving note. We'll only go get what money we need each month to make to run the town. And then when the taxes come in, the note gets paid back immediately, and then we work off of the property tax for the remainder of the year.
Do we need to make a motion?
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion to approve a cash flow plan for a tax anticipation note.
First by Alderman Mason, and the second.
I second.
The second by Alderman River. Oh, who's second?
Or me?
Ms.
No,
Rivers.
I have a question.
Yeah. Any questions? I'll go ahead, Ms. Harris.
Okay, the comptroller said that they would not be able to approve anything unless we have the cash flow plan in writing submitted to them. So just to give them this and ask them a question, if they will
They
approve
will
it,
help
that's
us
not going to happen.
prepare the,
That's not what they said. They said that you and Miss Renita needed to prepare it.
well, we're doing that with the help of Miss Angie. She's going to help Miss Benita with a recommendation on the cash flow side of it.
Yeah, they
As
want
well.
to see how we plan to spend it, and
Right.
I'm just saying they're not going to give us an answer as to whether or not we can even borrow money until they see our plan in writing. So I'm just saying that it does no good for us to approve it if we don't have it in front of us and we can't give it to them. So that's all.
Well,
I'm
I think the budget, when we send them the revenue side of the budget and they approve the budget, that goes a long way for the being a written plan of how we're going to pay it back, because we didn't have enough revenue in the original budget we sent up to cover our expenses. Once we went back and revisited our revenue side, if those revenues come in as projected, then there will be enough money there to pay this money back. But it's kind of a domino effect. They have to approve the budget first, and then they're going to see that there's excess revenues over anticipated spending. When they see that excess revenues will then go a long way towards being a cash flow so that we could pay back any money that they authorize us to borrow.
But are we sure that we're not going to need that anticipation loan within the next month and a half? Because they said that it was going to take them a month and a half to 2 to be able to process it once it was decided how much.
I understand that, but I have asked y'all for, I think, 2 meetings. We've got money in the bank that y'all have not allowed me to go get and move to the general fund.
Well, actually, at the last meeting, I brought up the fact that we had combined 2 in the same vote, and we should have split those so that you could have gotten a part of that and moved it already to take care of a payroll.
I probably didn't make myself clear. If y'all approve me getting the money out of the bank, I'm not going to go clean it out all at one time. I'm going to get it as needed.
Yeah, we understand.
To cover general fund costs. So we've got one account that's $42,000, another account that has $51 in it, and I'm not going to close both accounts out. I'm just going to go draw money out of them as needed to do it, because where it's at now, it's earning a little interest. It's not going to draw any interest in the general fund. And the same way with the tax anticipation note. But I don't think the comptroller is going to allow us to borrow money. Now, if y'all approve the tax anticipation note tonight, that doesn't mean we're going to get it. That just means y'all approve us asking for it. And then the comptroller decides it. I don't think they're going to let us go borrow money as long as we got money in the bank. I could be wrong. I've never been on that side of asking the comptroller for tax anticipation note. I've always dealt when I had enough money, I didn't have to ask for tax anticipation notes. But but those are things that we're going to have to look at, and I think we're going to have to clean up our house a little bit. And y'all tell me how you want the resolution to come to you about using the money that we have in the bank. But right now, Ms. Bernita, how much do we owe water?
60.
We owe water $60,000. Well, now we could pay water back with what we've got in the bank. But if we do that, that's 60,000 out of about 93 that we've got. So.
And if the bank says if the comptroller say we can't borrow then we're out the 60 as well, and then we're really.
Well, the comptroller's going to let you get tax anticipation note. Because if the comptroller's not going to let you get it, then basically the town's going to have to declare bankruptcy. And the comptroller's not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that.
Yes, Ms. River.
Like Ms. Alethea said, I hear what you're saying, Mr. Liggett, but if they're telling us that we have to have this cash flow, proof of how we're going to do our cash flow before they even give us a loan, even though we agree to ask for it, because that's all we're doing is a vote to ask for it. Asking for it is one thing. When are we going to get the cash flow laid out as to how it's going to be spent? Because that is what they said that they wanted.
As I stated before, it's kind of the domino effect. we have to send them a budget that we've got enough money coming in that we will have enough money to satisfy a tax anticipation note if they allow us to have it. All right. Y'all taken the first step to do that. They're going to get a budget. And when they get the budget's going to show the revenues coming in. All right. And it's going to show the expenditures anticipated. Now we say, all right, and Miss Angie can help us here. It's just moving numbers around for them. And as long as we've got the numbers over here and they're greater than the numbers over here, that establishes cash flow. Because if your revenues are higher than your expenditures, now you've got the ability to pay the note back. We didn't have the ability in the previous budget that we sent because our revenues were down here and our expenditures were up here. Our expenditures have come down some, our revenues have gone up significantly.
Okay. Vice Mayor. You touched on the question that I had regarding revenue. Asking for a loan, as far as just like with running a household, you can't borrow your way out of debt. If you get what I'm saying, unless you increase the amount of money that you have coming in. So this anticipation of the tax money that we have coming, that is usually what gets us through into the next fiscal year. Now, next year, do we anticipate seeing this problem again? Because what are we going to do at that point?
A lot of towns do tax anticipation notes every year. And the reason for that is because we're not really borrowing money. This is not like a loan. We're asking the comptroller to let us use our own money that we have in water or we have in gas to bridge until property taxes come in. And then that money's paid back. We have revenue coming that we know is coming. I mean, it's been there every year. It's a known fact. It's just you run a lean time between January and when the money comes in late October, November, December. You get most of your revenues in December. But until that, you run a lean time. This is very common. A lot of people do it. I know that I'm very familiar with Fayette County. Fayette County used to have tax anticipation notes every year when I first started on the commission until we built up enough in our general fund. Now we have $11 million in our general fund, and we can go when we're not getting money in. We can pay the bills until the money comes in, and then we're flush with cash. And it's almost like a payday loan. If people can appreciate, you know you're going to get a check at the end of the month, but about the 20th of the month, you say, I'm not sure I got enough money to make it till the first of the month till I get my check. So you go borrow a little money, but it's just for 10 days. Well, in this case, it's for about 3 or 4 months that we're borrowing money. This loan will not carry into next year. The comptroller, and that's why they want to see how we're going to pay this back. Well, we're showing them we've got revenues coming in, and they can look at our property taxes coming in every year, about $250,000. And this is to bridge the gap between now and until we get our property taxes. That's all it is. And if we use our own money, if we have to pay any interest, we're paying ourselves interest.
Okay. So, or be it that. How, and in review, because all of us kind of know, but how do we get from point A to point B, to where we're here now, to where we even need to seek digging ourselves out of a hole, revenue-wise?
Because you overspent the budget last year by about $200,000. You used up all your cash. the money that you had in the bank last year, you didn't follow the budget. You spent your sock money, for lack of a better word. You spent the money you had in the bank, and you don't have any money in the bank right now. And so, and again, my goal is we cut spending by about $100,000 over what you had budgeted last year, not what you spent. Y'all had a $826,000 budget last year. You spent over $1 million. And so, consequently, there's where all your money went. And now, it's just a lean time. We spent all of our cash, and now we've got to go to our known cash that's coming in. Sales tax is known. Property tax is known.
Okay. Any another question? Yes,
Yeah,
Ms.
I have a
Mason.
statement. I was just wanting to address what the vice mayor said about how can we be sure that this doesn't happen again. Of course, we can't be 100% sure that it doesn't happen. But I must say that since Mr. Megan has been here, we have someone that's over the finance, and the budget is we're being more compliant and staying within the budget. I feel like this coming up year will be different. I feel like it'll be different. I mean, that's just me. Because we're monitoring the budget better and trying to stay within the limits of the budget.
I was gonna say that too. All those policies we passed about purchase orders and the budget law, if we actually put those implement them next year, then there's no way that this should happen again if we stay on course with doing that. But I would like to make a motion.
Hold on a second. I have some questions.
Okay.
Regarding about over budget and trying to get money to pay based on until we get the taxes. What I understand is right now we're going around the problem, but we're not facing the serious problem right now. Example, we have $10,000 coming income. We spent until right now $15,000 or $20,000, whatever it is, because we don't cut expenses what we supposed to cut. Okay, like I mentioned before, and I keep saying, number one expenses, the payrolls. The payroll, what we have right now, we can cut the payroll for stuff we didn't need. If we cut the payroll, we don't have to spend the extra $5,000 whatever over the budget. But the end of the day is, I understand what's going on, but I'm not going to comment on it right now. But later on, I'm going to comment on it, and I'm showing proof. What's going on is not it's not whatever it is. But the end of the day is, I don't want to Robin Bull today, Peter Bull, whatever it is, for 3.5 years. When I was there over it, we never go through all this drama, whatever we got. We have a CDs, we have cash flow, and right now we clean it up. We don't have any cushion left for it. Even the money what we got from Core Civic is gone. Did you know we don't have it? Yes, Ms. Mason.
I was waiting on you to finish.
Okay. I finished.
Okay. You mentioned $10,000. What were you referring to?
I say example.
Oh,
We
okay.
over 10,000. If your income $10,000, then 15,000, you never catch it.
Okay.
Yes, go
one
ahead.
more question, I'm sorry. Now, for the last 3, when we first came in office, every account balance was positive, anywhere from $400 to $500, $600,000. Every account. We were not in the negative. Since you've been in charge, Mr. Mayor, every account, like you said, $200,000. Here we are 4 years later, negative. Every account negative.
Okay. No.
Because of your reckless
No, ma'am.
spending.
No,
You
ma'am.
overhired, you
No,
hired
ma'am.
people in the public work department. You had 12 employees.
No,
We did
ma'am.
not need that many.
Yeah.
You didn't bring any employees before the board for their salaries to be set,
No, ma'am.
which was the procedure and the policy you were supposed to do.
Okay.
You never came before the board for any salaries, and now you say you want to cut payroll expenses. When I asked you about it, several times I've mentioned that we have too many people in public works. It was only budgeted for 3.5. You said that was your dream team, and you wasn't even gonna worry about it. You shook it off. You said, "Don't worry about
Okay,
it. You're not gonna do it."
let me
So,
explain to you.
I just wanna make sure you realize
I listen to what you say, but let me explain something to you, and I can back it up with Ms. Vanita and Ms. Evans about it. When we get it, the only thing we supposed go and make the budget for it, okay? But we try to get the board together to admit the budget. Ms. Evans, she said the only thing you can do, admit the budget. And we never get it together to admit the budget to have the meeting. This is number one. Number two, to installation, the meter, did you know with it what we had? Is two ways to handle that. To hire a private company to finish it, and they're gonna charge us whatever is whack off the roof, you know, to doing it, even over the budget, the meter himself. So I prefer to invest in our community, to hire own people. And I consult with Ronnie Neal, I consult with Mr. I consult, I do. I consult, even he's out in the picture. I consult with Ronnie Neal, I consult with Miss Evan Finance, I consult with the state up there back then. Whatever, I used to have a meeting with them every week, and everybody say, if you showing over budgeted because we don't admit the budget, but the money, it was still there, okay? All right. If you go back with your memory, the end of 2023.
Point of order,
Okay, just
Mr.
one
Mayor,
second.
we have a motion on the table, I believe.
Just we have to explain. Did you know what you asked?
No, we're not talking
Okay.
about what's on the table, which
Yeah.
is, there's a motion to pass the tax anticipation.
But
note.
she asking about some. You know, I have to respond for it. You remember the $800,000 I'm making CD up there, and we put it up there. Where do you got the money? The money I put in a CD, earning $20,000 a year. So the money there. We have a cushion to working with. So don't tell me all these stories about it. Okay? We need a motion. Yes, go
I
ahead.
have a motion, but I'm sorry, but I would honestly like to hear your point of view and actually your ideas and your plan on how to get out of this problem. We can elaborate on it at some other point, so we can get on with the agenda. But
All right.
I really do want to talk to you about it.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
All right, we need a motion. Okay. Need a
I
motion.
wanted to make a motion. I make a motion since we did approve the budget, and like Mr. Leggett was explaining, there's a series of events that need to take place. I don't see any point in us voting on approving a cash flow plan since we don't have one in writing. There's nothing to approve really, except for, off the top of his head, the numbers. And we,
How much you asking for?
that is to be determined after we submit the budget.
I was going to
And look at the
ask
cash
Ms.
flow.
Mason if she would amend her motion to put a number in the tax anticipation note for $175,000. I think to pass it without a number doesn't really accomplish anything, because I don't want to take the responsibility of plugging a number in. That's the board's decision to make.
That's why I wanted
Yeah.
to table the vote on it.
Yeah.
Until we have a number, because it's
That
not just the
number,
number,
well-
it's also the interest
Yeah.
rate. And
But all of that will be determined by the
Right,
interest
so
rate,
then
and
we
all
can
will
vote.
be determined by the comptroller's office.
Yes.
The problem is, and y'all have already explained it in this meeting, we're probably 2 months away from getting the authority to make a tax anticipation note. If we keep kicking this can down the road, we're going to run out of money. We need to get something started so that we can get the approval from Nashville, so that, because if we do it right now, it's the end of August. We're talking about the end of October.
With
And we're going to be another 60,000 short by the end of October.
all due respect, sir, we're both saying the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, we're just saying it differently.
Have to have a
I'm
number.
saying, yes, we need to attend, but that's why we needed to have that cash flow plan in writing, because that is what they asked for. They gave you a
Yes.
piece of paper with a lot of questions
Yes.
they wanted answered, and they said, we cannot decide yes or no until we see this. So I'm just saying that is actually, to me, that is the number one step as opposed to the number two. But you know, if the board wants to plug a number in and go ahead and vote on it, then, you know, we can do that. But
What about
this,
if we need more, if we
this,
need more
is a
than
plan.
that, we're
It's
gonna come in
very
and meet it
important.
again? If you need 200, if you put out 175,
I'm not
Putting on
gonna
this end
decide
of
on
the table, y'all.
This form that you're speaking of, how come we haven't seen it? If, I mean, if you're saying that
It's not a
not
form.
form.
It's
Okay.
it's not a form. It's that they ask us to write a cash flow plan, which is, okay, you're asking for this much money and this is how you're going to spend it.
Yeah, I understand.
And we're going to tell you yes or no. You can get a loan, and it's as simple as that. But we have to explain to them what we're going to do with that money and why we need what we're asking for. That's all.
she asking, we don't see the form. This what she
What?
asking for.
Excuse me. On this anticipation loan, all we doing is agreeing to ask for the money. That's all we doing. And once we ask for, just send this up and let them know we asking for it. We don't even know if they're gonna give it to us. All we doing is asking, cause we can't keep putting it off. Cause then we mess around and may not have money to make payroll one month. We need to go ahead and at least ask so we'll know where we stand with them as far as whether we're going to get it or not. And whatever the next step is, they will let us know. So we
All right,
have
we
spent
have a
a lot of
motion.
too much
Yes,
time on this one
Vice.
thing.
One last thing, and I'll be ready, because I think we got apples and oranges going on right here. The cash flow plan, in essence, is really a reflection of the budget that we're amending.
Exactly.
That's going to show where the money is going, where we plan on spending it.
Right there.
Am I correct on that?
You correct, and so that's why we need to go ahead and do what we're doing.
So we need to just go ahead.
Yeah,
You want it in
You
there?
can put it in both places.
yeah, right.
Yeah, and I think the budget that you've already approved, when the comptroller sees that, they'll say there's sufficient revenue to cash flow this to pay this back.
And not carry it into the next year.
I hope we don't have to go and get any money.
And small as we are, we having to do this. Look how big Shelby County is, and they just get an anticipation loan. So, I mean, this is not like we're doing something that nobody else do. We just need it for right now.
All right, we have a motion in the table from Miss Alicia.
She
Well,
can
Your
yeah,
motion is
she
okay.
can redo this.
I'd like to do the motion.
Miss Mason did the motion. Miss Rivers
I
second.
will correct my motion.
I would like to make a motion to approve a cash flow plan for a tax anticipation note in the amount of $175,000. Revenue tax anticipation not to exceed $175,000.
I have first by Alderman Mason. I need a second.
Second.
The second by the Vice Mayor. Need a vote.
Rivers, yes.
Mason, yes.
Mayor's no.
Harris is.
Okay, so everybody's voted. That's 5-2.
7 years. I made the motion for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 5-2.
We'll move on. Vote to approve and determine town administrator legal contract. Everybody have a copy of the contract and look at it?
I don't.
Who?
Do we get copies also?
No, yeah. Not yet. Okay. Anybody have a copy of the contract? Look at it. All right. I need a motion to accept it. After that, we discuss it.
I make the motion to approve the William Town Administrative Legal contract.
I have first by Alderman Mason I need a second.
I'll second.
A second by Alderman Harris. Any discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let me let everybody else say something wrong first.
All right. Any discussion?
Yeah, I do. I thought that the person's supposed to be an employee, not under contract.
It's an employee contract, Ms. Capron. It sets out I am an employee of the town, but it sets out what my duties are, and it sets out the obligation of the town as well as my obligation to the town.
All right. Any other concern? Yes, Ms. Harris.
I just want to say, I appreciate what you wanted to achieve when you came in as the town administrator. And I also want to say that I understand that you have already brought in, I believe, if I'm correct, $144,000 to the town that we didn't have, and I'm talking about the interest, the daily interest on the CoreCivic money. If you wouldn't have advised us to do that, we would not have that $12,000 incoming rent. And I understand that, but I also realize we're talking about a tax anticipation loan, and I think personally, until we know if we can get that and we're going to be able to survive, I don't think that we can make this decision right now, because it's, my feeling is I would like to see what happens with the anticipation loan before we commit to, this amount, either amount. I do know that I object to agreeing to any kind of a severance package type contract. I think that we're an at-will state, and that we really shouldn't do that. I've also talked to the comptrollers, and they've recommended that, we not entertain that. So I'm just following their advice on that. But, I would just turn it over to anybody else.
Okay,
that's got a comment
Ms.
about
River.
that.
Yes, Ms. River.
Yes, first of all, I can piggyback off of Miss Alethea, what she said towards what he's done since he's been here. However, as far as this contract is concerned, Mr. Leggett, if you're an employee, according to, and I do have the handbook here with me, but according to our handbook, if you're gonna, now let me back this up because I remember what you asked. When you came, first of all, you took the salary that Miss Davis was being paid. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so she's making about $3,396.80, looks like 83 cents a month. However, you asked us to give you $1,000 a week, which would be $2,000 every pay period, which is $603.20 more a month, which would also average out to $150.80 per week. Now, this is where I have an issue is if you asking us to do this and you want to become part-time, per our handbook, a part-time employee will not have benefits, and you want to drop the hours, but you want us to increase you to $1,000 every week. Now, the pay that we were paying is for full time and for you to work every day. If you want to drop hours and you want to dictate or say to us what hours you want to work or the days you want to work, and then get more pay, that don't sound too good to me. So now, if you had said you want to remain at the pay you are, then I could have maybe slow it somewhat, but not so much as dropping the hours, simply for the fact is, and I heard you said that if you be down the street and if we need you, you can run in and do whatever, and that's well fine and good. But we got to look at it on the long run. if by chance, I would want to do 2 years, period, because I think 1 year may be fine if we decide. I just don't think we need to do a contract, period. And I think that what you're asking us to do is to give you more money and you give us less hours. That just don't sit right with me. Now, I'm just speaking on for me.
Yes, ma'am.
It just don't sit right with me because if you asking us that and then you want a service package, you want the same benefits as other employees, and you become a part-time employee, you can't get those benefits if you become a part-time employee based on our policy, personnel policy, and there everybody's full-time, and we do accumulate two annual weeks a year. You do accumulate that, but for you to get that, you got to be a full-time employee. You are trying to convert to a part-time employee. And if I'm wrong, correct me, but that's what I thought I understood you to say, is that you want to become a part-time employee and by working certain hours, but then you want us to also allow you to have the benefits that a full-time employee has. So I've worked all my life, and I've never seen anybody decrease their hours and get more pay.
Well, the only response I have to that, you have 2 employees now that make $1,000 a week, and I've never seen one of them. You've got Mr. Luss and Mr. Stevenson that you have hired, and you pay them.
No.
I'm going to answer.
They are employees of the city, and they are making the same money that I'm asking for, and we never see those employees.
I have answer for that.
So I'm just telling you, and I understand your concern, and I'm certainly not going to argue with you, but I'm just telling you.
But I need to correct that statement. No, we didn't hire them. We didn't even know they were there.
They're on the
mayor
payroll.
hired them behind the board's back and paid them that money. So, no, we did not do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to let nobody lay that one in my lap. So, no.
Well, the only thing I can tell you, I don't think you can find a city manager or town administrator
For your pay, well, we paying you, and I agree.
for what you're paying me or for what I'm asking in this contract.
Yeah.
And if that's the board's decision, that's fine. Tomorrow will probably be my last day. Now, I don't know what you're going to do, but your charter says you got to have a town administrator.
That's true.
I have the answer.
So y'all figure out. I mean, whatever you want to do is fine with me, but I'm not going to work for $20 an hour. You're hiring people in the water department that never show up for work, and you're paying them because of what they know. Well, you're hiring me for what I know.
Okay.
And I
see your point.
I think I've demonstrated in the last 4 months, I know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to help y'all get this town back under control.
All right. Yes,
Mr. Mayor, if you'll wait till I finish, I would appreciate it. But, and that's all I want to say is, I don't think it's irregular to ask for what I've asked for.
No, I'm not saying
And I understand that.
I think the problem is you asking, but you want to cut your hours to part-time. And I understand what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. I cannot disagree with you with those guys being paid that money down there, and we don't see them. I agree with that. But that can't,
That's fine. And I appreciate that, Ms. Rivers. I appreciate your honesty and your truthfulness about that.
Okay.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
If we're paying those people and you never see them, why haven't you terminated them?
Thank you.
Okay, wait, just
I'm saying, why haven't you terminated them?
Yes.
You were free to terminate other employees that were. And no, it wasn't working. No.
They might have said they was working, but they wasn't working. I just, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. If you get rid of one, you should have got rid of those other two too.
These two have licenses in the water department that the town has to have.
Okay.
If he were to
I
terminate
am in
them, we
the
would
process.
use our utilities.
I am in the process of trying to hire someone else that has the same licenses that can run our water. That would be much cheaper than $96,000 a year is what you're paying these two. But I don't cut off my nose to spite my face. And that's exactly what I do, because if those people weren't here, the state could shut our water department down. And that would not be
But still, even with that
prudent
being
move.
said, if they're employed by Mason, they should be somewhere to be seen at
It's
some time.
They work for Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. They don't work for, I mean, they get a salary from Mason.
But we never seen them.
I have never seen one of them.
Okay, one second. Yes,
Well,
Ms. Harris.
we need to know what
Okay, Ms. Harris. Ms. Harris.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
okay.
Now, Mr. Leggett, I
Yes,
agree
ma'am.
with these two ladies. We do appreciate the job that you've done. But the problem for me with the contract is, like Ms. Rilla said, you want to work remotely, you want a vehicle, you want the benefits coming in. I feel like you should be like the other employees and earn those benefits. What else? I think that's it. That was
All right,
she said
thank
it
you.
was, so-
Ms. Harris, hold on a second, Ms. Harris.
Oh,
I
one more
want you to
thing.
comment.
I'm sorry. I
One-
have one more question.
1 second. I want to
Well, I was thinking so. One more. Would you consider staying if these things were taken out of contract? Things that we just had concerns with.
I'm not going to run back and forth to Mason to sign things and to approve invoices and to sign checks and to check on the bank and do all the things that I'm presently doing for the kind of money I'm making. I mean, you know, my time is more valuable than that to me. And I understand you may not see the value in it, and that's perfectly fine from a standpoint, because I have sat identically where you sat, but in another county. As a county commissioner, I do the same thing that this board is doing. People come before us, and we have to approve salaries and all of that. And I'm not unhappy with your questions. I'm not unhappy with whatever decision you make. I just know that I know what I can make if I'm not here.
Okay.
So for $1,000 a week,
Hold on.
without the vehicle, without the benefits, without the severance pay, would you stay?
No.
All right, thank you. Ms. Harris, can I ask you something?
Ask
Regarding about the two guys we hire, can you answer that, please?
What do you want me to answer? What's the question?
My question is about Mr. Carr and Mr. Chris. Why we hire him?
Well, he said, if anybody wants to know, he said we
Excuse
hired.
me. No, excuse me. Excuse me.
We said
Call an order.
you said we hire. You hire them. They wanted to be subcontractors because they have a company. But the mayor said, no, I want to make them employees. He told them that was a condition of hiring them. And I don't know how the amount of money got up to what it is, because I thought, I could have swore, that they wanted $1,000 less than what they're being paid. I thought that was what they asked for. But somewhere that turned into a few $1,000s more. But I also thought that the state said that if you have somebody that has these licenses and they're keeping your crews in, they have to offer some kind of direct supervision. So I didn't realize that they're never around. I thought they were actually.
It can't. Okay, after you finish.
Well, but anyway, but what I wanted to say to Mr. Leggett is, I think a part of it is a matter of timing, because we have the elections coming up, and we've heard from the town people that, you know, they don't, approve of this. I mean, they're saying, hey, you're spending too much money, you know, when we need the money. And like I said, things are so up in the air right now that it's hard to imagine committing to that large of an amount. And you understand that, without us knowing what's coming down the road here in the next few months, that we're in this precarious situation.
That is the very reason why I want a contract.
Because you're
Because
worried that
any 4 members of this board can fire me. And I don't want to work for and do what is necessary to try to help this town get out of the hole that you're in. And know that next month y'all can put me in the street. I mean, that's the bottom line.
All right.
And I will make my commitment to you, and I expect a commitment from the town back to me.
All right, Vice Mayor, Mr. Davis.
Yes.
I respectfully, I appreciate all that you've done. I appreciate how you have explained your position.
Yes.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Yes, sir. How you doing? All right. But what you just made mention of is expressed in our charter. And, I mean, no holds barred that this position is served to the board, and that goes for any one of us. All of us can leave here if we're not answering to our supervisors and we're not performing our duties. We can be dismissed. State of Tennessee is a right to work state, and I can appreciate that you would like a commitment. I would like a commitment. You know, my first thought as far as the city administrator would be someone locally from our area who had some skin in the fight, who was paying the same bills that we paying, water and gas, utilities, but we just didn't have anyone at that time, and so we made this interim, we made this constantly continuing to look, and we never stopped looking, but we were trying to make it work.
Right.
And this is a negotiation thing that we've been trying to do, and it's just a tumultuous time right now. We get everything is getting ready to turn, and I understand why you don't feel like you're on solid ground. None of us are, because everything is getting ready to change very, very soon. November's coming, and there's a wind of change coming through here. So if you have this set, this is what you want, this is what you expect, and you're a man and you're going to stand on your word, I can't do nothing but respect you and thank you for how much you've done this far.
That's fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I understand that you have other things to do. I know you're busy, and I know you've got other businesses, and you've got things that probably have a much bigger return for you than trying to pull this town out of the fire that we've got ourselves into. But I'm just saying, I think that we would be crucified if we were to actually.
Long-term commitment.
Yeah. I think that people have made that.
Actually,
But I also want
told-
to tell you
Yes.
that I listened to your videotape on Facebook,
Yes, ma'am.
and you suggested that we wait until after the election.
That's correct.
Okay, that cannot be done. That's not legal. The minute we don't have a town administrator, we have to lock those doors over there.
Okay.
We are out of business.
I have the answer for that. Okay. Did everybody finish? Everybody finished? Okay. Mr. Leggett, when he submit this contract,
You have a motion.
everybody.
You have
I
a
have to. Everybody talk.
you
I
have
to
a motion on the table, sir. You have a motion on the
I have to
table.
talk. I have to
No,
let
sir.
everybody. No. Everybody talk. I have to talk too.
Yeah.
I have the right to talk. Let everybody knows what's going on behind doors. Okay? Enough is enough. Okay. You mentioned up there, this our attorney, city attorney. Come with your city attorney. Prepare this contract. Okay? I don't know how our attorney approved this kind of contract. Anybody have some sense about to accept this type of contract. Okay? This is number one. Number two, we have financial difficulty. I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about it later on, but right now we're talking about the contract. How we reach this point with this contract, with the cash flow, all this stuff. I'm not talking about $65 man for the fire department, all the waste we wasted, all this kind of stuff. End of the day is we create the financial problem over 6 months ago. Okay? How are you going to fund your salary and the rest of the people's salary up there? You say from the police department. Police department, you're going to write too much ticket, so you make it Mason as a traffic speed. You make 20,000 over 25,000 to fund this, the salary, what you care about it, okay? And it is illegal to make the town or the citizen go through or live or around Mason to be a speed trap. This number one. Number two, if anybody, we have a gas station coming up there at the end of next month. The guy has been over $2 million. So nobody coming here to the town and spend some money. And how we're going to fund it?
Mayor,
I'm
you're off
against
topic.
it.
Point of order. You're
But
off topic.
I'm against it. I do not approve it. The citizen so mad about it because it's insult. This contract insults the people. How you going to do it?
You're able to vote no, just
Okay.
like the rest
All
of
right,
the board.
all right, this
But
guy
it
is-
doesn't mean that you can.
All right.
sit
But
there
I
and-
say this thing. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
You know, I don't talk much. Well, Mr. Leggett, so you're not willing to do just 1 year? And you do the part-time with the 4? Is that my
I would consider 1 year. And if you want to change the 2-year contract to 1 year,
And what about the benefits?
the benefits would stay because the only reason why I am working is the TCRS retirement. I need another 2 years to finish out my TCRS commitment. And that's why this job was appealing to me. I would not volunteer to sit at the table and listen to some of the stuff I've listened to tonight for $100,000 a year.
Maybe $100,000 for you is no money, but for us it's a lot of money.
You need to wait till I finish talking,
That's what I
Mr.
said.
Mayor.
Is money is money.
You need to be quiet till I finish.
Man, you have to have respect.
Point of
I
order,
would have
please.
respect.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then also I understand that you know you have brought us a long way. So that part in there was that severance package. I mean, would you be able to do without that?
No, because I don't want to get in here and then come November, y'all have an election and all of a sudden they put me in the street.
You have to
If I'm going to commit to you for a year, I want you to commit to me for a year.
For you?
And I mean, it's just,
Compromise is everything.
I mean, that's the way I feel about it. I will give you the best I've got in management skills. It's obvious, or it should be obvious to this board, that you have not had good management skills for the last several years.
And okay, instead of I see you want the severance package to be for a full year. What about 6 months? I mean, I'm just trying to work with
I can do that.
Okay.
All right.
1 year contract.
1 year contract, 6 months severance.
Months severance.
That is if I'm released without cause.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all find cause, you don't owe me a dime. And I don't
says
think
unless
you're
you're
going to
really-
find any cause.
It says unless you're fired for breaking the law, then there's no other just cause.
Right.
Okay.
So there is no just cause to terminate you except for you breaking the law.
If I steal from the city or I do something improper,
But sometimes we dismiss employees because they aren't doing their job.
Correct.
I mean, you know.
well, I think that would be cause.
Okay.
And when will this contract go into effect? Today, tomorrow?
Whenever you approve.
All right. Let me explain something to you guys. You have to understand. I give this contract to my attorney. My attorney can say there's no way, no how somebody can approve this kind of contract. This is number one. Number two, regard about the city gonna shut it down if he's gonna no.
It's the
No.
law.
No, I understand. No, he's not. If he say no, we have already talked with some state official. You understand? I don't want to mention names. But the end of the day is you can operate it until you got the town administrator. It's not somebody leave. Did you know you shut it down? Try to scare you. You guys, you not understand what is going on behind the rules. Read the history in Galloway. Galloway made him a lot of money to get over this contract.
That has nothing to do with what we're discussing.
There is a history you repeat himself. The history repeat himself. You guys, it's
We
insane.
know what a severance package is.
Look, if we're not gonna catch it up with the audit, we never have a service package. I know exactly what we got, and we got the 10 choice. He coming up there doing it, provided to the citizen and stuff. We part-time, you never got the service package. You have to be a full-time employee to get it. So this is what the law say. You guys, you don't understand what's going on behind the door. Yes, Miss River.
Can we please move on and do whatever we gonna do? Cause I'm tired of tracking down.
And you guys kill your town if you approve it. I'm just speaking loud and clear in front of everybody.
Everybody here, nobody trying to leave right now.
You cannot do stuff like that. You're a town, you're a citizen. You know. Miss Catherine, what do you think of Miss Catherine?
I'm not voting for it.
We can't hear you.
Why?
I'm not voting for it.
Why? Why you don't vote
I don't
for it?
agree with you.
What?
Don't question me. I said I'm not voting for it.
Okay. I say I know why you're not voting for it. You have a reason.
I don't agree with it.
Okay, thank you. Okay. We need a motion to approve it, guys, and after that you have to ask all the questions to the citizen of Mason. You know, you give out.
There is a motion on the table that has been properly seconded. All that you need at this point is to vote.
Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, do you want to see the changes in here so I can read you my motion?
You guys.
So far, we have a year contract with 6 months. No.
That is, yes.
All I asked
What
for was a
change do
copy.
you want to see so I could make my
Make it
motion
through.
again with those changes?
The necessary, those notations that we just discussed and made, if it sounds agreeable to me with the time frame that we're in,
1 year contract.
I don't see doing anything within these next 90 days.
You don't see what?
Changing our what we got going within 90 days.
Right.
But if this contract as it is, I can't vote for it as it is, no.
I'm going to redo my motion to include the changes.
You table it until the another call meeting.
Ms. Mason.
See your motion and type it.
Table it.
Ms. Mason, you can amend your motion
Right,
if you choose to.
right. That's why I'm asking Vice Mayor if he wanted some changes in the contract. So I can redo my motion. But I need to know, I need to include those changes you would like to see as well.
You guys can talk.
With no sick days, no paid holidays, and that's earned. I mean, we talked about I can have the year service back.
You can table it and make another call meeting. Be corrected.
This contract has to be rewritten.
Yep.
Vote on it. You have to-
Well, if it's voted yes, it has to be rewritten. Yes, that's if he agrees and we agree. And yes, it will be rewritten.
I'm willing
But-
to negotiate.
Yeah,
To get
but,
us-
but he has to be willing
He
to
has to be willing
negotiate
as
as
well.
well. So otherwise,
So we
we're
can't
not
vote on
negotiating.
it like it.
Yeah.
With these,
I don't know. Tell you, God, I'm-
contract, the service package.
You know, to necessary corrections. I'm saying,
Ms. Lou,
No,
we didn't do the comment for you.
I didn't put it on there, but at the end, the citizens can speak,
Yeah.
Mayor. They can speak at the end.
At the end, citizens, you talking about us?
Yes,
Alright.
at the end there.
I showed that.
Let me ask a question, Mr. Leggett.
Yes, ma'am.
We would like to table this so we can discuss it in more detail. If that's all right with you, we would like to table it.
That's fine, but I think I've heard enough here tonight. Probably tomorrow will be my last day. And that, I'm sure that'll please some folks at the table. And then we can go from there. Y'all can come back to me with an offer. And I'll decide whether or not I want to come back.
Unless y'all ain't familiar with the charter, that Ms. What's-her-name already told you what's gonna happen.
Yes, Ms. Harris.
Okay, if that's the case, if he believes that he's heard enough without you reading that, then I would like to make another motion, but I'm not sure on the procedure.
Well, you would need to deal with the motion that's on the table.
Okay, so then that needs to be voted
It can
or
either be
withdrawn.
withdrawn or voted on.
Okay, so it can be withdrawn or voted on.
Withdraw it and you table it.
What did you want to do?
Go with that. Y'all this time. Shut. Y'all better read
I would
the
like
charter.
to retract that motion, and I will
Withdraw?
withdraw that motion. You do the
Yeah, you get the second.
Yes, ma'am.
Motion.
Oh, well, I withdraw my second. What did I second to? Oh, yes. Okay.
You have to check with the attorney about the language.
Politician.
Come on with it. We can't hear you.
I know. Then I guess I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion.
Yeah, I mean, the motion to make
Do
another
you
motion.
want to make a motion to table it just for procedure?
We don't
No?
need to
Okay.
table.
All
We
right.
can make a decision.
If that's the case, then I'm gonna make another motion. I'll make a motion that we appoint Miss Laretha Harris as a temporary interim administrator.
Okay, first, make sure she won't.
Right.
In Mr. Leggett's
According
absence.
to this contract, what he submitted,
No.
I'm saying in his absence, if he says that tomorrow's going to be his last day, we cannot operate without a town administrator.
no, we
And
can't.
unless someone else has someone that knows the town as Miss Lou is, then if willing to.
I think we be putting a whole heck of a lot on this Lou.
Yeah, just
You all gonna have to come with me.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to bring it on. Y'all gonna have
Yeah.
you on the phone. Come on and help me to tell
Well,
me, give me some
I'm
direction,
saying,
will.
of course,
some
that the board
directions.
would have to
We
help.
will.
Yeah, some directions, you know.
But and also you have not said whether or not you're willing to step in and do it. So
I don't wanna put that on.
I'm just talking about temporary.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Because so we can stay open and stay doing business.
It's correct.
Well, that is not on the agenda. When we're discussing this to approve Terry Leggett's
Yes, but come
contract,
tomorrow, if he says tomorrow's gonna be his last day, then when are we gonna get together, or we just gonna lock the doors after he leaves?
We're not gonna lock nothing.
Well, you can't
Yes,
make
no,
that
no,
decision.
The charter
Mr.
says.
Mayor, you need to read the charter. The charter says you will have a town administrator.
You cannot twist our arm, you put our
I'm not-
gun in our head.
I'm not talking about that. I'm telling you the town.
I have this lady, I have Miss Danita, I already talked with Mr. Ronnie Neal, and Martin he can say he can do it up there. You not understanding, try to scare you about it,
Mr. Mayor, you're the reason why we had to have a town
You know
administrator.
nothing about nothing for 3 years and a half. You think you're coming from one water. Come on. Come on. You think
I'm not gonna listen
you
to him.
Jesus, you're coming up there to change the whole thing? Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. You know, who accepted this?
Point of order. Come on. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Rivers.
You mean Miss Mason? She said she was going to make.
Oh, I thought you had some. Okay. Go
I
ahead.
would like to make the motion to accept the contract for Terry Leggett as town administrator with the following amendments. Only a 1-year contract, no severance pay, earned paid holidays, sick days, instead of those that are given up front.
What? I'm sorry. There were some. These are the conditions of it?
Yes,
You guys.
Okay, it was 1 year. I'm sorry, go ahead again.
No paid holiday, earned paid holiday, earned benefits. That's what I should have said.
He did pay holiday.
Yeah. Earned benefits. 1-year contract. I'm sorry, I did say no severance. I'm sorry, 6 months.
6
severance.
months, what you
Yeah,
said before,
yeah, 6
right.
months. That's all.
The 6 months. Okay, at what pay?
At $1,000 a week. $1,000 an hour. For those of you that don't know over there.
For undetermined amount of hours.
For
What is he doing?
32 to 40 hours a week.
How many?
32 to 40.
32 is part-time.
30 is part-time.
32 is not.
The handbook said 30.
Yeah, but 32 is not.
So we're doing 30 to 32.
I mean, what do we do?
30
to 32. 30 to 32.
32, you get
She
full-time
said
benefits.
30 is part-time.
But we not.
Yeah,
32. Part-time. It need to be 32.
Okay, 30.
For 32, you get full-time
He wants
benefits.
vested in
32 is
the
potential.
32 hours a week.
He wants
Instead of
vested in
40.
the pension.
So he doesn't want to be.
32 is full time.
Yes,
He doesn't want to be part-time.
Yes, 30 to 40 is not part-time.
32 is full-time. Oh, it's full-time. So, let me read it again. 1-year contract, 6 months severance pay at $1,000 a week. Earned benefits, and 32 hours a week.
Okay, so you're gonna drop off the 40, you're gonna say 32
Yes,
hours.
32
This was
hours.
full time. For the 32, okay.
When do we speak? Go.
At the end of the meeting.
I never heard of that.
Whatever you guys, I'm just explaining to everybody, whatever you guys talking about it is illegal. You have to go through the process, and the lawyer, he have to check to it, because it's not present the right way in the agenda. I'm just telling you, admit it, not admit it, approve it, not approve it. And like I said, he can run the town for a day or two. Did you know we have this lady 17 years with experience. She can handle it. There's no deals about it.
I can't
Miss Anita, she can handle it. Miss Anita, she can handle it. It's not big deal. Mason is still alive. It's not the end of the road.
There's a lot of folks you can hide.
You know, kill your
There's a lot
town.
of folks out there.
Kill your town
Yeah,
away.
there's a motion on the table. We need to
Okay, we go.
Is that going to be acceptable to you?
It ain't acceptable to
Miss
me.
Carolyn. Miss Carolyn. What do you say, Miss Carolyn?
We don't have
You ready to vote? What is on your agenda?
No, I just made the motion. We need a second.
If y'all speaking for the whole community, y'all sure got us on there.
Okay. Okay, we got a motion and a second.
They're speaking
Motion
for
by
us.
Ms.
We
Mason,
gotta
second by
die.
You open yourself for a big lawsuit. Okay? I'm just telling you
We
straight
got
up.
downside if we die.
Okay? Go ahead, approve it. Just let you know, guys.
Okay, so what you gonna get?
Mason, yes.
Can't prove nothing without an attorney.
Mason, yes, once again.
Rivers, yes. I'm tired.
Oh, y'all going to court.
Hitchman, no.
Mary said no.
Yeah, we one of us in Nashville. I'll be up here too.
Okay, so I've
Speaking
got,
for
that's
me.
going to be four yes and 2 no. The vote passed. So the no's were Mayor Noman, Alderman Catron, and Vice Mayor Gavan. And then the yes were Ms. Harris. Did you vote, Ms. Harris? You have not said anything. I apologize. You haven't voted. I'm sorry.
And you ain't supposed to call the name
Open the can of worms.
So the
of
vote
who
is
voted
good.
no or who voted yes.
The vote is right now, I've got 3
You won't
no's.
put nobody in
Mayor
jeopardy.
Noman, Alderman Catron, and Vice Mayor Gavan. I've got 3 yes. Alderman Mason, Alderman Rivers, and Alderman Broadnax.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to vote no.
Okay. So that's
Thank
a tie. That's a tie vote.
I didn't do it for you.
I know.
I
You
didn't.
do it for the citizens.
But no,
I know. You're doing it
it's
for
not
your
a
own
tie.
town. It's
Four-
not for
4
any,
to 3.
for the town.
You ain't
It's
supposed
4.
to tell your name no way.
That would be 4 no's and then 3 yes.
All right. Thank you. Move on. Okay.
I
Vote
need,
to approve the
Before you
second
go
agreement
further,
for attention.
we need to do something else before you go further.
Yes, ma'am.
We no longer have since it's been voted, we no longer have a city manager.
Yes.
We need a city manager.
Okay.
You can
If
have
we don't
it when
have
you
a
vote.
city, if we don't,
Why you got to have it now?
I'll stay with you tomorrow,
Okay.
but I'm gonna finish out the week.
we need to, we need to have a city manager when he walks out the door. Because if you read your charter, you ain't gonna have a town. You don't even have a need to come to this board.
I will get somebody for you
No,
tomorrow.
you will not. No,
The board just,
No,
the board decides.
I'm saying, I don't want all of
All
that
right.
responsibility.
All right. No problem.
It'll be somebody with your
Well, y'all gonna have to put your arms around me
All right.
and say, keep your phones on.
So move on. Thank you.
You'll find somebody.
We'll find somebody.
Wrap your arms around
Find
me.
somebody.
Hold it tight.
Vote to approve the screw agreement for return to account. Move on. Give me your answer tomorrow.
Wait. I have, how many minutes?
Need to do
We went
something
through this
quickly.
before.
Need to do something
Do it
quickly.
quickly. I can change my vote.
Cause I got something to say afterwards, so you can't just
Were you
dismiss
getting
without
ready?
me
No, never
having
mind.
my say.
Okay, I changed my vote.
You reach. So what are you gonna say? How are you gonna say it? Are you rescinding? What are you saying? You rescind your,
I'm rescinding my no vote.
so you voting,
Uh,
I know it's hard.
It's difficult. Do the right thing.
Yes,
I don't.
it is.
Huh?
It is. It's right, I agree.
I
It is
mean,
hard.
You guys have
Maybe
answers.
you let the community
You
speak.
have to keep
You have to
making
have
it.
answers to
I'd rather do
this.
it the comptroller's time.
Yeah.
Maybe you let the community speak, it might help.
I'm gonna talk with Sheila tomorrow. Okay. We'll see how it goes.
This stuff to do with that. I ain't getting that. I don't be talking about
No,
that.
she said she stayed with us.
We'll talk.
All right, we'll move on.
Well,
Vote for approve for
well, I'd like to
escrow
make
and
another
escrow
motion.
for a
I
motion.
mean, in Mr. Terry's absence, since we're still on the town administrator, I think, did you make a motion already to appoint
Yes.
this one? Okay. So,
You don't need to say.
We're gonna have a legal debate for that. Okay?
motion already on the table, I second, Her motion. Ms.
I
Harris'
cannot do
motion.
that. We are gonna be illegal.
Ms. Harris.
All right.
Still on the table.
Mr. Mayor, there is a motion on the table.
How many motions we got? How many motions we
There,
got? Put an order. That's it. That's it.
It's a motion, second.
no, it's not it. You are the mayor, this is the board. The board runs the city, sir.
It does not.
The board runs the city, not you.
We're
Put your voice down.
No, I don't have to put my voice down. If you will be quiet, I will.
Y'all can't quiet.
You're constantly over here running your mouth and mumbling.
You don't have to do this. I'm not with all of them side talk.
No, it was.
I've got text.
Call an order, man.
It
Call an order. Stop it. Stop it.
No, you can't tell me to stop.
I'm
I am the
parliamentarian.
parliamentarian.
Nobody
know nothing.
Will y'all please stop? Stop! Y'all acting like children.
You can't make
Put your
nobody
hand
stop.
down.
Put down.
I'm not talking to you.
Put your hand down.
Okay.
All I'm asking y'all to do is
settle it.
stop.
Right. We settle it.
You stop.
No problem.
Okay. We're gonna have to clear the rooms. If we can't maintain order, you're getting out of here.
Everybody go ahead.
We're gonna clear the house. Cause I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of this circus. We got sideline folks up here talking. I don't know who you are, sir, but please be respectful. You're getting 2 minutes to talk, sir. Please be respectful. You getting your 2 minutes, but you over here chattering in
You
my ear.
cannot talk during the meeting. You
Can't
cannot.
do that.
You cannot.
Now we're gonna maintain some order now. We're not going back to where we were going to. I don't know. Before y'all get to celebrating, we're not going back to where we was at. This is not what this means. But we in trouble and we trying to figure it out.
We definitely in trouble.
We in trouble.
We are.
And everybody has been lied to and they don't know why we got here and how we got here. But it's obvious how we got here. And I'm not gonna stand for it any longer. I'm sick of this clowning. We sit up here on this camera. I got folks riding around here recording me.
Exactly.
Could you come up here, please?
I'm ready to clear this room. I'm sick of it.
Wait. Either step out or in. Stop coming in and out. You're disrupting.
Disrupting the meeting. You're dropping recorders all over this place. You've been following us around for weeks.
What's the problem? What's the problem? It's a citizen.
Hey, hang on.
What's the problem? He's saying
Not during the meeting. I'm not talking about during the meeting. I'm talking about all over the place. In alleyways, standing in front of the fire department. I'm out of order now.
Wait. Now, did you accuse me of recording you?
I ain't call nobody's name, but a hit dog will holler.
You have recorder.
I ain't call nobody's name.
You have recorder here. You have recorder here.
You're playing a video on your iPad.
I ain't call nobody's name, man. Sit down. You out of order. You out of order.
Put him out.
Get out.
Put him out.
Get out.
Get up for what? He's a public. He's a public. He doesn't say nothing.
You setting all of this up, man.
What's it up for what? Is the camera here and the camera here? What's the problem?
Leave.
We gonna see him
I'm
on
going to get out.
We
Get him
gonna
out
see
of
him
here.
on
Get him out of here. Right now.
Why you say about this camera? Nobody's here. I ain't nobody's here. I hear this camera here. So what? Nobody talk about nothing.
You was disrespectful to me the other day, and all that was disrespectful.
You need to leave.
Go.
You guys, thank you. Have a nice day. You do whatever you want to do, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. But we're going to see you in the court, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we're not very bad.
See you in November.
See you in the guys up there. No problem. No problem. Everybody try to be a hero.
That's what we need around here.
Yeah.
Real man.
A real man to stand up. And I will take my rightful place.
Amen.
Let's go. Let's get it.
You done done something. You should have been on that.
Now, next on the agenda.
We got to vote on.
We got a motion.
There's a motion on the table by Ms. Mason. No, it's made by Ms.
I made the
Harris.
motion.
And Ms. Mason seconded to appoint Ms. Harris as the interim town manager or town
Can we
administrator.
get a 5-minute recess, please?
Yes.
Yes, I think that
Recess,
would be
please.
good. That would be good. In here?
Not out of top. Stand right.
I will withdraw. I will around him too, because Mr. Leggett, I want to.
Like I said, hit dog holler. Can I call in tonight?
I'll do it for you.
You want him to.
There's someone who does.
Well, when I say you, I'm talking about
Right, the
the
board.
board.
You gonna do it for the board.
Yeah. Did that.
If you can do that,
I
I
can do
will
it. I can do it.
Thank you, Miss, thank you.
I was told, not to sign a severance thing by the contract, okay? And I said, okay, I will not sign any deal. And I felt like I had to do that. But
That's fine.
I also want to know that whoever is the town administrator understands that we expect them to work. We don't want to pay somebody for doing nothing.
I understand.
You understand? We got so many employees that are
I
sitting there.
understand.
We can't do that again.
This will bring it back up again, and we're gonna try to get hold on.
Now I probably should be out looking, watching my clock. So I don't have my phone on me. We can't talk about
Don't leave. I mean, they don't want to come this far. You never seen nothing like this before.
Well, I knew where it was going to go. Because, I mean, Mayor's been stirring this pot ever since I've been.
I apologize.
I mean, yeah.
You can't keep picking
And,
it. You
yeah.
can't.
And she
And I
said,
said, did I call in tonight? I said, hit dog.
I couldn't manage a one-car funeral.
I apologize for being so I just was trying to do it.
Lord mercy.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
he's got his stuff, they're gonna bring it up.
Approve the contract. That'll satisfy
We did take a break. We took a break. We took a break.
Where's Mary?
We get that, we'll work.
Okay.
No.
Please.
I told her, the homeless person, there's no way for one year, no severance. And I say, that put me till after November. So
Well, you know, we can
Negotiate down the road. Yeah.
okay. We'll, at least we'll get over this hurdle.
My apologies. Thank you all for y'all patience.
You don't need to apologize.
Back to me again.
We have a motion.
Now, I would like to retract that motion. I would like to make a motion to accept the contract for Terry Leggett as town administrator with the following conditions. 1 year's contract, no severance pay, earned benefits, just like any other employees, of course, and a minimum of 32 hours, and at $1,000 a week, which is $25 an hour.
I say,
On discussion, that's only about a $3 and something cents an hour more than what I'm making now.
It is,
So-
it's $3.
I wanted that on the record so that the public would know that it's not a windfall.
Are we voting?
Yes.
You got a second?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Harris, yes.
How do you say?
Lacy, yes.
Yes.
Change for no.
Vice Mayor, yes.
Okay, so I have,
Ayes have it.
that's gonna be 5, that's gonna be 5
You
to
can't
1.
vote, Chief.
Yeah, too.
5 to 1, K-Tron.
He's the only one with the gun.
Okay.
So now,
Next order.
Yes, bro.
Okay. We have the vote to approve an escrow agreement for retainage account. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion, but I don't know what the retainage account.
right.
We have been informed by Ms. Davina, we have $32,000 that is involved in the grant that is being held in escrow. We've been requested to hold that in escrow for National Water Service that's putting in our well and putting the pipe in, and we've paid them up to this point, and that money's being withheld till they finish the job, but it has to be in a special escrow account. I went to the bank down here, and the bank told me that they can open the account with the approval of the board, and then the money will remain there until such time as the grant has been satisfied, and then if all the work is approved, then we would release the escrow money to the contractor.
Do we earn interest?
I didn't ask her that. I can try to do that. I don't know why we couldn't earn interest unless there's bank regulations that won't allow it.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Davina telling us about this $32,000 that's in escrow that came from the grant that we originally had dealing with the water and everything. What about the money that to the account she's supposed to be opened up?
The 55,000?
Yeah.
That money never came through.
So
I
why we never knew?
I think the bank made us close the account because of inactivity,
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
right?
Because, okay, but tell me why. Did she explain why we did not get the 55,000 or what happened to it when we were supposed to have gotten it?
The email says that we're to use our own money to open this account, and then at the completion, we will be it will be added in to the grant money on the completion of the deal. So, which is not a problem. We have $172,000 in the grant fund. We can just move 32 of that over into this escrow account to meet the requirements of the grant. And then upon finishing the grant, the total money we get from Davina will include the $32,000, then we can put that back in our grant fund.
Okay, so you all want us to vote to open a special account for the $32,000 that money that's already in escrow, or the $32,000?
It's just in our grant.
Our money.
It's just in our grant account.
Okay, and we're gonna move that.
We're just going to move 32 of it over into an escrow account for National Water Service.
Just want to be clear.
And then we'll move it back when we get reimbursed.
Okay. I make a motion to approve the escrow agreement for the retainage account for $32,000 for to be moved for the grant and escrow.
Motion.
Second?
Have a second. Looking for a vote.
Yeah,
Lacy, yes.
Rivers, yes.
Change for no.
Harris, yes.
I say yes.
Okay, that's 5-1. Both pass. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
I have one more matter I'd like to discuss. We, at present, do not have a city attorney. I'm looking for direction from the board as to how y'all want to proceed. I have given you 2 names with resumes for a city attorney. Those are the only 2 municipal attorneys that I know of. I welcome if you have anybody that you want me to get a resume from, give me their name. Otherwise, I would ask the board to seriously consider at earliest possible convenience to allow me to contact the attorney of the board's choice and ask them to come on board.
I would like to talk to and meet Tom Minor, Mr. Minor.
Okay.
My question is isn't Patterson and Brace still in the 30 days? Aren't they?
They
still?
They did not hold us to 30 days. They are no longer our attorney as of the last meeting.
Well, we can't operate without an attorney. I mean,
Well,
we're not supposed to go without an attorney.
Well, they said they would be available if a legal question came up. We can pose it to them. But as of the last meeting, my dates are all messed up. I don't know what date that was, 17th or whatever it was. That ended our contract with them, but they're still available if we want to use them.
Or someone from MTS to answer
Yes,
questions
yes,
free.
we can call in.
But I would, I'd be interested in Mr. Minor, and the only reason I said that is because the other attorney lives in Bolivar, and
No, he does not live in Bolivar.
Oh, I thought you
He
said
is the city attorney for Bolivar, but he lives in Fayette County, I think in Piperton or Rossville.
Okay, well,
Kevin
I just
Snyder.
figured he was the furthest away, so
Yeah.
he would probably want to charge mileage and gas coming to the meetings and such. I understand Mr. Minor has very good highly.
He represents several municipalities.
So that's why I said that.
Also, in our search, though, in the meantime, between time, I
Well,
urge
we
us to
can-
utilize
I just,
MTAS
Yes.
free of charge. In the meantime, between time, because we do need
Yeah.
legal counsel.
Yeah.
We have a lot of big decisions ahead, and our leadership needs that support. So I appreciate everyone who came in tonight. And it's not on the agenda.
Right.
But they can, but it's
I
open
would-
for
I would
constituents, anybody.
Please, like to hear from anyone who's been patient enough with this circus tonight and who want to speak and be heard. I want to open up the floor.
were you waiting, sir?
They have to be a
Hey, Ronaldo, I need to call you afterwards.
Vice Mayor, I'm sorry. They have to be a voter of Mesa to
A citizen.
a constituent.
Constituent. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
But she is, I believe.
I am actually outside the city limits.
Pardon me?
I am outside the city limits. I'm on Burrstown.
Oh.
So play fair.
Thank you for your honesty.
Well, that's not really because Mr. Harris he don't live in the city and he can always speak.
Who?
Mr. Harris.
Please do. You sat here all this time. Please.
Thank you. We're following up on the agreement from the last meeting to have a public hearing about the Core Civic facility. The mayor
The gentleman.
had indicated that we would set a date at this meeting. That's why we're here tonight.
Well, with myself, actually, I would urge you to please follow up with that gentleman because he has a plan, and out of respect, he still holds his seat.
Yes, sir.
And whatever plan, I don't want to step over whatever plan there was and whatever agreement y'all had. I understand y'all had a lengthy conversation after that last meeting.
Several weeks still.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Eloise Thompson. I am fourth generation bed in Tiffin County area. And the mayor and I talked about the date being set. He said he was working on it, and what we wanted to be sure to follow up on is whether there's a time frame. So, and we hear what you're saying, so but we just want to be sure.
I appreciate
get
it.
the time frame, if nothing else.
It's out of respect because he hadn't discussed that with one of us that I know of. Unbeknownst to us what his plan is, but
that's not what we heard.
Well,
I understand.
They still do anyway. The camera's still going. So,
okay. Well,
Thank
thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
I just wondered, this is just for my own personal business. Mr. Leggett said that there was going to be a new hiring coming on board Monday. And I just wanted to ask the board, have you all met this new hiree? Because I know that in previous years, the board has been very animate about people being hired in the town of Mason, and they have not yet met this person or even seen this person. Or did you have any input on hiring this new person that's coming on board? And this is just for me, because I come to a lot of these board meetings, and I know that you all have been very adamant about people coming to this town and working, and you all don't know them from Adam and.
We were invited to the interviews, but of course I declined. I was at work. I don't know if anybody else. I think
Miss Rivers was here. Miss Rivers was here. Miss Lou and I interviewed 3 candidates for the job, and it's funny, we all agreed on one individually, and then we also agreed corporately that we would extend it. The board, by charter, that's the only thing I can say, by charter, it's my responsibility to fill positions other than department heads. And department heads have to have approval of the board. But I was thankful that Miss Rivers came and that we extended the invitation to everybody that was able to come. A lot of people work and they're just not able to come during the day. But I think we found someone that's well qualified, got a great personality, and I think she'll be an asset to the city, and I'll let Miss Rivers speak to what she observed in the interview.
Well, to answer your question as well, yes, I was there, but even though out of all the interviews, I didn't see the 2, I missed the first one. However, my conclusion to the whole thing was to tell Miss Lou that she's going to be working with them. So I told Miss Lou that for her to make the choice, and whatever choice because she needs to be the one working with her. She's going to be the one who train her and work with her. So if she felt that she could work with that individual, then that was fine with me. However, I did see all 3 of them resume. So they are very much got good experience, and I did have a question though, and I shared that with Ms. Lou. I'm very particular. I've had the interview before, so that's probably why I asked the question. And one of the young ladies, or maybe a couple of them, when I look at your work history, and if you work here 3 months or there a year or whatever, I said you need to check that out, because sometimes if you got a job hopper, you don't need one, because if they did it there, they'll do it here. And that's what I shared there. And I told her in the end, whoever she chooses, because all 3 of them were good people to. I believe the resumes were good, and I believe the 2 I saw or was there to witness, I believe they would make a good person to work with her at City Hall.
Well, will this person be introduced to the citizens?
I'm pretty sure you definitely gonna have to be introduced to her, because when you come to pay your bill, guess what? She gonna be looking at you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Would there be anyone else? Want to speak? Anyone else need a word?
I do. I have something to say, and I'm from the late. And I want everybody on this board to know. I respect everybody on this board, and I really would appreciate Mr. Leggett called me the other day, yesterday, and informed me that he was informed that I didn't live in Mason. Ms. Luke, I pay my taxes. You get my taxes. My resident is in Mason. Where I go, what I do on my time is my business. And he gonna tell me that I have pictures of your car being it. That's my business, not nobody else's business. Where I go and what I do and where I spend my time. And I really appreciate. Don't threaten me and tell me what I'm gonna turn over to. You can turn it like I told you. You can turn over to whoever you want to turn over to. My residents in Covington will tell you where I live, the property that I own at 112 Lucid Street. I've been here all my life. I don't need nobody to come here telling me what I can, where I can go, what I can do. Taking pictures. If you had somebody follow me, so be it. Let them follow me to my job. That's most where you gonna find me. Now what I do on my time is my time. What you do on your time is your time. I don't have a problem with nobody else, but stay out of my business.
Ms. Catron, I was
That's
not
all I got to
threatening
say.
you. I
Yeah,
was
well, you did. You did
informing
threaten me.
you.
No, you informed me that someone told you to me, and then you stood up here and said, well, I appreciate the ones that voted for me, and the ones that didn't, you will be sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
I didn't say
Yes,
that.
you did. You
No,
said
ma'am.
that standing right there.
No, ma'am.
Yes, you did.
Well,
I didn't
I
say
never.
that.
I
did.
apologize
You
if
said
you
that.
heard that, but
I know what I heard.
didn't say it. But
I know what I heard. I'm not gonna stand here and lie.
Talking about when he first got here, right?
Well, I'm just saying, I know what I heard.
No,
I don't appreciate. I would like people to stay. I don't get in nobody's business, and I would like you to stay out of my personal business. And that's to whomever got a problem with what I do. I don't care what nobody else do. In this town, you go where you want to go. You spend your time with who you want to spend it with. But where I park my car, where I lay my head, is my business. I am a citizen of Mason. I am an alderman of Mason. And yes, I am running again. I could have ran for mayor, but no. That's not what I want, because I don't have the time to spend and doing what a mayor's job or whatever. But y'all changed all that with the charter, which I didn't agree to that. But, like I said, what goes around comes around. You all gonna see exactly all of it. No disrespect to nobody. And good night. Thank you.
All hearts and minds clear? Let us pray. Father, we come to you tonight with humble hearts. Father, we ask for your forgiveness. Forgive us just for being human. Father, if we are lost, please forgive us and help us find a way. Direct our footpath. Give us all traveling grace to get us home safely. Thank you for all of those who took time out of their busy days and busy schedules to come here tonight to be a part of this and to try to come together in unison. Father, we're not perfect. You see us, you know us, our inner, you know the number of hairs on our head. We didn't come here to stay. We came here passing, Father, passing through, and hopefully we can help someone along the way. And we're trying to make our community better the best way we know how, to the best of our business, best of our knowledge. So, with all that said, Father, we thank you in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.